Hi, it's Simone Smith and I am back for the next video. As you can see, I got some beautiful bags under my eyes, which I am not going to hide because they are filled with some great memories from last night at Elevation Church. This is the more subdued me because I is tired, but I'm very, very excited because this is another video that I am sharing the research behind the importance of this ministry. And that is SSS, Life and Ministry. This ministry has two phases. And the first phase is kind of the rock we're pushing uphill, and that's geared towards the church. And I want to do whatever I can to help the house, our house, get ready for our new family members, because I believe that there is a wave of understanding and awareness of the gaps between the church and the LGBTQ community, but there's not yet an education in what those experiences look like and how we as a church welcome them in like a very genuine hug, and not just come and sit next to us, but also be with us and we're with you. So that's the first phase. Phase number 2 is actually getting LGBTQ people back into the church. And I say back for a very specific reason, because that's what we're going to talk about today. This research is actually based on a 2016 book by Andrew Marin called Us Versus Us. In this book, he talks about research that was conducted within the LGBTQ community about their experience at church. And oh my gosh, the information that the book has, I really believe that people in church don't know this, and that if they did know this, they would change the way they feel a little bit off-put and maybe a little scared to reach out to LGBTQ people. And so that's why I'm going to test that theory. Let's see if things change after you have this information. Fact number 1, 86% of LGBTQ people sampled were raised in the church, whereas 75% of the general public was raised in the church. That leads me to understand, and I hope you understand, that you can't church gay away. More people who are in the LGBTQ community, a higher percentage of those in the LGBTQ community were churched and are still LGBTQ, which means that this isn't something that, oh, if they just knew Jesus, it would go away, or you chose to. No. It is what it is. It's a reality. Fact number 2. 54% of LGBTQ people left the church versus 27% of the general population. So let's think about that. That's a little bit over half of the LGBTQ community, and then just a little over a fourth of the general population. And the number one reason given by the LGBTQ members who left is negative experiences, versus the number one reason for the general population, and that's just drifting away. Those are two very different reasons that people are leaving the church. One is kind of being driven out. They fled to safety, to love, to open arms. And the other is just, indifference. It's a choice. I just didn't feel like going anymore. That to you should show that there is an action that can be changed to welcome the LGBTQ people back. Which leads me to the most important to me fact, which out of the people surveyed, 76% of LGBTQ people said they are open to returning to the church, versus just 9% of the general population. 9. It's one digit, 9 versus 76. So what does that say? Well, when I think about what I've seen in the efforts of churches who are reaching out to people to join the church, to come to the community, I see a lot more people focused on the everyone but LGBTQ, and that's 9%, you guys, of people who are even willing. That's not to say that we shouldn't pursue them, no, but I'm just saying the 76, kind of low-hanging fruit, not hard. They're open to coming back to the church. Most of them have already been in church. And most of them, as I just said, left the church because of our actions, which means we can change our actions, and they're already open-minded to coming back. Last, and And this is actually, maybe this one is the most important thing. 92% of the people surveyed, the LGBTQ people surveyed, said that there is no change in theology needed in order for them to consider coming back to the church. So that pretty much sums up the Bible isn't the problem. It's us. Which I hope doesn't discourage you. It encourages me because we can fix that. We can change that. We are very, very much so within control of how we treat the people who left our church and how we can get them back. They're already open to it. They already know the Bible. They're not asking you to change theology, the foundation of what you believe. We just got to change how we treat them. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This post with the details and beautiful infographic of this information will be up on Wednesday. And I cannot wait because this is the foundation. Like I said, this is phase 1, getting the church ready. Phase 2, as you can tell from these numbers, super easy. Getting them there is not hard. We just got to change. Easy. So let's get on it. Toodles.